you can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because if your friends don't follow the madness table on social media platforms, then they're no friends of mine.
Nice.
I don't have the trademark for that. But it's a great time to do it. And you know, it's a great time heading on down to the Discord and chatting with the crew. There you can send YouTube links that don't have trademarks. That's not how trademarks work. It's fine. Send me music. I don't know what to listen to. I'm too old for Billie Eilish, I've been told by my family and friends.
Never too old.
Anyway, what else is new? You can pop on down to the coffee. You can have a good time over there. Drop a level coins our way. Or you could just see what's going on all the social medias and tell a friend. Tell somebody who has a broken D&D concept that they're trying to peddle to you. Take it to them and say, hey, you know what? If you like that, you're going to love the Madness Table. I'm looking at you, Will. I'm looking right at you. I haven't even seen the stat block yet, and I'm already sweating. And I'm excited. I'm sweating and I'm horny, and that's just the way it is when you're a DM for these kind of psychopaths. Anyway, I think we're here to play Dungeons and Dragons at some point, so that'll be good. Yeah, hey Will, back to you, boo.
Thanks, guys. You're all currently screaming and falling onto the back of a purple worm. We're not going to waste time here. I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, why am I good at those?
You sure it's not a strength save?
Sam, if you can give me a way, you know what? I will do this. Acrobatics or athletics instead of the straight up save.
Music to my ears.
I'll be kind, because you could just get swallowed by a purple worm.
True.
What if I'm like actively hanging on Scylla's back? Do I make my own check, or can I just ride the Scylla beast?
Make me a check to make sure that you're not a hindrance. You have a different DC than she does.
Oh, let's go with this +1.
I will
baby.
drop your ass, and you will roll a new character.
I will pull that belt off with my cold dead hands. Okay, well,
We just gave Zeus a fairly powerful item. Maybe we try to keep him alive.
Well, that's a natural 20 for a 21.
Damn.
Whoa.
Okay.
Dexterous little spider monkey climbing on your back.
Stilla, you were the one with Dr. Seuss leading the charge. What'd you get for your athletics?
19.
Okay. You managed to land on the back of the purple worm. You both kind of bounce, but then you managed to hook your crowbars in right into the plates of this purple worm, and you are like jolted, the both of you, but you managed to hold yourselves there, and then you kind of have to get into like this kneeling position, because as it's starting to like shoot into the new hole, there's not quite as much space for you guys to like fully stand Dune style on the back. Now we have Sefel. What'd you do, bud?
I don't know why you're looking at me like that. I used a knowledge from a past life, and with that D6 roll, I got a dirty 20.
Oh.
Can you explain to me? I want to know where in Sefel's background, because I don't have an answer for this. How you know how to do this?
So at some point, right? Let me transport you. We're in the Astral Sea.
Mm-hmm.
We're at a college for orphan mages.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there's training, of course, for magical prowess. However, the sheer force of magic that high-level mages endure on their physical form requires physical training as well as arcane training. So on top of all of the arcane studies, I had to, you know, do dodges and weaves. There was like some scaling exercises. There was a rock wall that I had a really fucking hard time with, but I endured.
Okay. Let's just tell the truth here. You got high with a bunch of your mage friends, and then you teleported to an asteroid, and you guys rode purple worms while high. Is that fair?
Yeah, sure. Whatever. If you're going to be a narc about it.
All right. You make it. You're on. Bronte.
Mr. Bronte had a stellar 30.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
Rogue good at
and
rogue things.
Yeah.
Noban rolled a 12 plus 9 athletics, so he is on there as well. So you guys all managed to latch on. Now, what DePickle had told you before in the camp is as you guys are like in the tunnels and now the worm is disappearing into a new hole as it goes through this like Swiss cheese open area, you guys land into it. It's kind of following this like pre-carved hole. Now, Scylla and Dr. Seuss, as you're in the lead, you know that you have to pull on the plates kind of like you would reins to help guide the purple worm in a new direction. Seuss, as you're holding on to Scylla and it's a pretty bumpy ride, can you roll me a survival check to read your compass?
I would love to. All right. Ooh, 22.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to get a good idea, and like I imagine you and Scylla, you're just like, I'm gonna tap on your shoulders, and that's the direction you have to go.
Keep going straight.
I very much picture the moment from Finding Nemo where they're all on like the back of the turtles going through, what was it, like the jet stream or something?
Yes.
The current.
Or like Chicken Run, and when they're like, put your head between your knees and kiss your butt goodbye. But you like tap away on Scylla and you are immediately like wrenching this purple worm to the right. And for like ease of quickness, if everybody else follows suit, the sharper the turns you can make as it becomes more and more clear and like pulled on the shifting of the worm that's where it has to go. You any of you can make me an insight check right now if you'd like to.
16 for Safel.
Okay.
Wow. Against all odds, a 19 for Seuss.
Nice.
Against even greater odds, Ards.
Arge.
A 24 for Scylla.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Zeus
Putting us
and
to
Scylla,
shame.
Yeah.
You don't need that ring.
Yeah.
You think you're moving close? Like, even though you're moving through semi pre-made tunnels and occasionally like you hit a section where it's like solid wall and you move through, you think with this speed that this purple worm is moving at, you roughly think you're moving close to like 30 miles an hour. You're cruising. We're like in a car, we're like, that's fucking nothing. But traversing to the Underdark on foot without a ranger was maybe 8 miles a day max at normal speed.
Well, yeah, it took us like 8 hours to get to the subway.
Exactly. So you are just moving through here. Now, Dr. Nut, you don't necessarily know how long it's going to take you to get there. Remind me, does your compass give you like an indication in terms of proximity to where you need to be?
Let me double check. That's a great question.
Are we just gonna like tear purple worms through a giant society?
Yeah.
Imagine.
Abrogar's compass. The simple compass is made of wood and has a mythical needle. It is enchanted in such a way that if an individual spends a short rest focusing their mind on a place they have been previously or know well, it no longer points north, but instead points in the direction of the envisioned place. So nope, it just points in the direction. Full ass black pearl.
So if you
Great.
pass it, that needle just...
Whoop.
Yeah.
All right. So let me see here. I'm going to do some quick math as I do out the mileage between where you are, how fast you're moving, and everything else.
Yeah, we don't math.
Mm-mm.
Okay. You guys hold on there, and you've already basically spent a day's worth of travel getting down here. At this option, with the way you gotta hold on, resting is a no-go. So as you pass the 12-hour point, I need everybody to roll me Constitution saving throws so you don't become exhausted.
All right, let's see.
14.
You're okay.
16.
You're okay.
All right. Bronte also got a 14. And Susie, my guy.
Miss Sleepy.
That's a 7.
Sleepy guy. That's a
Can
fail.
Can I give Susie inspiration?
Yeah, absolutely. I will allow you to use your inspiration on
It
him.
never works.
Take it, baby.
you little
The
dilid.
streak continues. That got worse.
No!
That's
There's no point in giving inspiration, guys.
That
We just have to
one
give up on this
is
so-
shit.
natural, baby.
Statistically, it doesn't make sense.
It's the curse.
Nobon got a natural 19. So the only person who takes one level of exhaustion is Dr. Seuss here.
How fitting.
I'm
Look what they've
feeling
done to my
rather
boy.
tired.
My boy. Now, as you guys continue to hold on, I imagine there's like a moment where perhaps Dr. Seuss like slides slowly off of Scylla and kind of like tumbles back towards like Bronte, who kind of takes a turn of like making sure that you're safe and in like a good position, even though you're tired. And maybe that's a thing you guys decide to do, is like you'll brace upon one another trying to get a little bit of rest, or you guys can try to tough it out. You don't know how long it's going to take you to get there. So what do you think you do? Do you try to work out a system, or do you just tough it through?
Scylla is toughing it through.
Toughen it through? Okay.
I've got the con.
You got the con.
I'm
Sefel,
I feel so eepy.
you muted man.
Toughen it through.
Toughen it through. Okay. Seuss, are you going to try to sleep, or are you going to stay up with your compass?
I will soldier on for the good of the party.
Okay. As you guys, that was 2 hours into your journey. You had hit that mark. Another 6 hours pass.
Oof.
And you guys are still moving in a pretty solid direction. I need you all to make Constitution saving throws again.
Yikes.
Let's go. Come on, big guy.
Sam,
15.
you're good.
Another 14.
You're good.
Okay.
Okay,
Seuss,
well, Bronte got a 13. How are you feeling about that one?
that's enough. Just
Okay.
enough.
That's great. That's great. It's good to know. That doesn't bode well for the 9 that Seuss rolled.
Bro.
Yay.
I'm going to give my inspiration to Seuss.
You gotta break that curse.
And I swear to God,
Free
if
us
this
from
doesn't
these
work,
chains.
I'm never doing it again.
Come
I
on,
hate
man.
it.
Come
I
on.
hate it.
Andrew, no.
This is, you know what?
I
It's
rolled
Andrew.
the exact same thing.
Oh my God.
It
Yes,
can't-
I don't roll high.
I hate
Well, hold
it.
on. That is technically better than we have historically done with inspirations. They usually get worse.
No, good. Now we're just shit. And
Yeah,
then still
now we're
shit.
just wasting inspirations on the same number.
You did this for what?
So, you are now at level 2 exhaustion, Dr. Seuss.
so tired.
Take a fucking nap, Scylla yells back.
Quit your bitching.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Well, let's do it again.
Well, go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah. I will put you to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. All right. Whew. It's a tough go for Dr. Seuss.
He just dies on the back of a purple worm from exhaustion.
Yeah. So that was, what did I say? It was 6 hours. You'd have been traversing for 2, so that's 8. 4 more hours go by. And then something happens. The worm, despite your best efforts, all of a sudden has like this immediate like and takes a veer to the left. And even though you're pulling to the right and it's still moving at speed, like you can feel it's fighting the need to go in the direction that you want. And eventually, after about 30 or so minutes, you realize you're now just going in a circle. And Seuss, you have enough wherewithal as you're looking at your compass that the arrow is changing to kind of circle the point in towards where you, like, the worm is moving. Roll me intelligence checks. I will say...
All of us?
I'll say either... No, we can be insight. Insight again.
Can I fight for intelligence?
I'll let you do investigation if you want. I'll give you the choice of insight or investigation.
Okay. That gives me a 16 on my natural 7.
Okay, Dr. Seuss?
My natural 1
Bro.
is not
God.
improved. It's at disadvantage. He's sleepy.
Your
Yeah.
dice have double digits, my dude.
I believe that to be true, but I just haven't seen it in so long. I don't
No,
remember.
you're like, you don't know.
It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like you're gaslighting me.
I got a 13.
A 13. Okay. I imagine Seuss is like, Sevel, what's happening with the compass?
Mhm.
I can't read it. And there's just
We are
dirt all
circling
over
the
Dr.
point.
Seuss's face, just like smattering on it, just hitting him with pebbles.
Pull yourself together, man. We're there.
Oh, thank his smooth hands.
And that's exactly what you think, Sefel. You think back on everything you know about these gargantuan creatures and where they will and won't go. And what you pick up is that you're probably very near to your destination, but there must be Ferez that is keeping it at bay. So
they won't bridge.
You intuit that, like, you can see, like, as you've quickly zoomed by them, that there are other tunnels that seem to go towards the center of this area that it won't entreat on. So now might be the time to try and get off this worm.
Yeah, Sefel will call out to everybody who can hear. Look for the central tunnels. It's time to jump. And he will brace himself to dismount.
Okay.
Ditto.
Everybody follows suit then. All right, who's going first?
Scylla.
It's going to be another acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay.
Here we go, Sam. Here we go, Sam.
That's a 30.
Damn. You just like swan dive backwards, do a flip, and then land in a friggin' hero pose right in front of a tunnel.
Superhero
that
landing.
leads
Superhero
inwards.
landing.
Yeah.
So bad for the knees, but you know what? With a 30, your knees don't hurt.
Let's go!
With another disadvantaged 5, Seuss just impacts like a sack of potatoes next to Scylla. Just like wham!
I probably
and you
could've-
take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as you
Ooh.
just slam into the
You are
ground off
Truly
of this
too
worm.
kind.
That looks like it hurt.
Sefel?
Sefel jumps with his old man squid legs and gets an 11.
You also take 13 points of damage.
I think he like
Dang.
he thinks he's like sticks his legs out like, oh dear God, I'm going to land this. Oh no, don't land on the feet. Don't land on the feet. And like buckles his legs.
Not my
Oh,
No, your
ankles.
femurs just snap.
Go on without me.
Noban got a natural 19 again, +9, so he's fine. Lands up there, immediately starts giving out some healing there if people want it, or you can use some hit die and short rest it. But what did Bronte get?
Bronte has a cool 17.
Okay, he manages to get down. Not as graceful as Scylla, but he gets down. little
Wow.
little fin flick, and Scylla's good to go.
She's feeling good.
The other thing I will say, coming over from that intelligence check that you made before, Sefel, is now that you're off the worm, you don't know where it's headed. It might stick around, so you're like, we gotta get out of this cavern that it's
Yeah.
in
Yep.
quick, or it might circle back and get us.
Okay.
So where do you guys head?
Scylla,
Towards the center, I guess.
Please, lift me. Uppy.
Oh my god.
Scylla, can I have uppies?
I am too small and too tired for this.
He is small boy.
It does seem as though you will be quite slow, which is a hindrance based on our speed and the possible violence behind us. I suppose you may climb onto my back. Just be careful of Caliburn. She kneels.
You are too kind. And he like hobbles over there, and like Bronte just comes up behind, like just puts him onto your back.
I love that Bronte isn't carrying you, just helping you inconvenience somebody else.
She has a strength of 29.
Yeah, that's true.
She probably doesn't even feel so you saw
I was
her.
just gonna say
She
that.
could carry all of us.
Seuss
weigh
gets on and then
35 pounds, okay?
35 pounds. Seuss gets on Scylla's back and she goes, "Any moment now, we must get moving."
It's like, hurry up.
I'm already up.
Oh.
And Bronte's also on too, just like they're both like holding onto your backpack.
Ready?
Huzzah.
All right, so you duck into the cavern tunnel that you had just come across with your graceful and ungraceful landings. And you begin walking inward. Now, some of you are slightly injured. Some of you are experiencing levels of exhaustion. You've been traveling for essentially 2 days straight without sleep. Do you take time to rest, or do you hope to find the library before you do?
Please let me rest, that I may be at my best when we arrive at the place of my dreams.
Can you rest on my back?
Yeah, we should rest.
Aren't you just a little eepy, Scylla?
I love how as Dr. Seuss gets more tired, he becomes
reverts in
more
age.
childlike.
He's just an infant.
Yeah. So Val, it would seem that our colleague, Dr. Seuss, has become much more inept and incapable of protecting himself, and, well, he needs a rest.
The plight of withered old men. Unfortunate.
That is a good point. You would know how to take care of him.
I hate you sometimes.
What?
You have to be a real rube.
Bitch.
Say something.
Did you say something?
No.
As you then head further into these caverns, you find a couple spots that you can tuck yourselves into and kind of set yourselves down to rest or sleep, wait out a little bit, as mainly Dr. Seuss is in greater need. Scylla, as you are putting down Dr. Seuss, for shiz and gigs, make me an insight check.
Oh, buddy. 9.
You like take him off your back, you're setting him down, and Bronte comes over and is like laying out Dr. Seuss's bedroll and blankets and pillow and getting him all situated. You're like, weird, he looks somehow familiar. Seuss, that is. But you can't place it.
I'm like, it must be because we've spent more than one day together.
Yeah, could be.
Is that how Scylla views people? Like, yes.
They look
Has
familiar. I must have seen them at least a day ago.
Short-term memory loss.
This person is becoming engraved in my memory.
Yeah.
I will ponder this.
Yeah.
As you do settle down, I imagine, Sifel, you do pick up that there are more crystalline growths within the cavern walls around you that do give off Ferez, so you know that you're safe from the majority of major predators that could come after you.
Yeah.
Do you guys do anything while in camp, or do you simply keep watch and hunker down for 8 hours?
I couldn't remember because we chuckle fucked it a little bit and did like a lot of in and out. Was I able to finish copying the blink spell
Yes.
at our
you did.
previous rest? Okay, perfect. In that case, I would like to spend some time this rest, if possible, to attach the crystal that Bronte so bravely acquired for us to my staff, to Celestia specifically.
Sure. As everybody's bedding down to rest, you are taking the extra time to do this with your staff. You go to, like, as you see all the other crystals that have made this semi-spherical atop of your staff with your phylactery in place, you, like, hold up the crystal, and while it does react, it doesn't join with the other crystals. Make a history check.
Sure. Dirty 20.
You remember you enlisted the help of a jewelry maker, an artificer, and Gracklestug,
Right.
who you didn't watch the process of how they use these crystals or manage to infuse it into this staff, but you do remember that artificer slightly lost
insane.
his mind. And so you think that just simply trying to mush crystal with crystal is not going to necessarily net in the result that you want.
No, I need an artisan.
More
Iron
practiced
Hand?
hand.
Iron Hand, was that his name?
I'm not gonna give you that. Look through your notes.
I think it was Iron Hand, but it's okay. His brain is jelly.
So you essentially need to find
Yeah.
someone of equal value that could help you out there.
Sure.
You figure that out pretty quick. Is there any other spells that you're going to try to transcribe? I won't say that your time is wasted trying to do that.
I don't think so today. Although, actually, I would... Oh, no. What's-his-fuck is gone. DePickle.
Yes,
not
he's
come
no
with
longer
us.
with you. He went
Yeah.
back with the others to begin training the city on how to ride worms.
Great. Love that. Okay. So, I am just going to rest.
Okay.
Oh, Sefel, before you take your rest,
Would you
bless
like...
this old man with an overpowered spell into this diamond you've entrusted me with?
Yes, I suppose I could give you far more power than you deserve or know how to handle properly, but it will be fine. Okay, so you want... So this is Diamond spell. So of the things that I can cast at 7th level, your options are a 7th level Fireball, a 7th level Lightning Bolt, or Plane Shift.
Don't take plane shift.
You want to go to fucking outer space? Dr. Seuss is in campaign 2.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, Sefel, I'm too tired to decide. I trust your judgment.
Alright. This can only go terribly. I'm going to
Yeah.
give you a 7th level Lightning Bolt.
I have become death. Destroyer of worlds.
Call me Thor.
At least you can only kill everything in a straight line. I didn't give you
Yes.
a bomb.
Line up just like that, Sefel. Yes.
Would you and Scylla mind getting in a
Yeah.
slightly more perpendicular position?
How convenient.
It's
As,
about time I started my reign of the Underdark.
Oh, hi, Grozit.
Yeah. Right. As Seuss gets ready to go to sleep, Scylla will approach. Doctor, do you believe that one rest will be sufficient, or I'm uncertain how much time we have to give you?
Oh, I will. This is how I sound now, by the way. And I will make do. I will be just fine.
Understood.
To be honest, I'm so much smarter than anyone that I know that I think even at my worst, I'll do pretty damn good.
I hate you so much.
Oh, I'm sorry, Magic Boy. What did you say?
Good. Give in to your anger.
I do understand that you are quite intelligent. However, for you to be the most intelligent does remain to be seen.
Do you have any healing magic, Scylla, that you would aid this ailing man?
I do not, but Nobon might have something.
No bond, no problem.
No,
Uh,
cry.
What are you trying to get out of Nobon here?
Healing.
Do you have a little greater restoration for me, Noban?
Greater restoration?
What the fuck you think I am?
What?
What are
Really?
they selling?
Greater restoration for your exhaustion?
For a
Yeah,
level of
that's
exhaustion,
what
yeah.
it takes, yeah.
I don't think he
Oof.
has that.
Let me go through known spells, because if after his long rest, let's see if he can give you that.
Yeah, we've really stretched the efficacy of restorations in this campaign.
You
Yeah.
got him in.
Yeah, he does not have access to greater restoration yet.
You know, I had a feeling.
He has
Um,
lesser, which you recover at least one from a long rest, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
So
I'll
then-
be much better. It just if there was a shortcut, I was gonna take it.
Gotcha. And lesser restoration won't help with that. We've discussed this before, I feel
Unfortunately.
like.
It does
No.
not.
I
Okay.
think lesser rules as written only cures like a minor condition like blindness, deafness,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
like
let
or
me
a
see here.
disease, I believe.
Yeah, blind, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned, or one disease or one condition. Yep. All right. Yeah.
Um,
So no help there.
Scylla is still like occasionally looking at Susuro with that familiarity. Susuro, have you spent any time in the Dark Lake?
The Dark Lake. I have been skinny dipping in those waters in my youth, but not in some time, no.
A skinny dip. Is that
Ah.
has to do with your body composition?
Indeed, it was when I was a younger, sprier lad, but for 28 pounds. But, no, frankly, no. Not in a while.
Interesting.
Though with the aid of your friend, I will gain the ability to breathe underwater soon.
Yes, the ring.
But I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, have we even discussed that?
No.
Like,
I'm bringing it up right now, Safel.
What is this nonsense you're spouting?
Your great staff, could you use it to summon a water elemental and then slay it?
Would I have to slay it, or would you have to slay it?
I really just have to be in the area. I want to be a part of it. I'll put in my 2 cents.
DM, for my safety, can you send me the stat block of a water elemental?
No.
I think I might actually hold on.
Didn't we fight them already? No, it wasn't an
We-
elemental.
No,
it
we
was a.
we fought a water weird, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I mean, we can totally take a water.
Sometimes I'm fucking smart. Only
Yeah.
sometimes.
In those
Okay,
rare
hold on.
instances.
Let me find hold on. Please, Conjure Elemental. It's a 5th level spell. It's an elemental servant. An elemental of challenge rating 5 or lower, appropriate to the area you choose. The elemental disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell ends. It is friendly to you and your companions for the duration.
Even
you're
if we kill it, it won't fight back.
If your
Safel,
concentration
magics
is
are truly
broken-
evil.
If your concentration is broken, the elemental doesn't disappear. Instead, you lose control of the elemental. Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like as long as I'm concentrating, we're just going to be, like, summoning a friend and then pummeling it to death.
It is an act of pure evil that will imbue me with great power, yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, so for the purposes of this, I have to summon it in an area that is appropriate, so we would have to be near some amount of water for this to work.
Weird. Can anybody summon water?
I'm pretty sure Nobon has create or destroy.
It's not like somebody can make a water wall that's in the party.
Oh, me. You mean me?
Hey, Sam, he's talking about you.
I think it's me. I think it's me, guys.
You.
You're the chosen one. With your powers combined, I will join your ranks of the exalted.
If you require water, I could cast Wall of Water.
So
That
that
would be
is
cool.
So you summon a wall, I pull an elemental out of it, and then we beat it to death so that Susuro can gain unimaginable power.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
We have truly become absurdism.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean. It's just a very helpful spell for a little old gnome.
All right, let's do this so the old man can take his nappy.
So it's literally as long as you remain in concentration, if other people are beating the shit out of it, it won't attack them.
It says
that doesn't
nothing.
seem right.
It doesn't, but it says nothing about it taking it obeys any verbal commands if you don't. It defends itself from hostile creatures, but otherwise takes no actions. So I mean, it would fight back, I guess.
Okay.
But it wouldn't fight back until it started taking attacks. So if we just it could stand there while we charged up our super fucking Kamehameha and then just obliterate it.
Sure. All right. Well, we're gonna do this on the map we've been using, just because I don't have one built for this instance.
What, you didn't plan for us to go into a tunnel and murk a water elemental?
No, I didn't. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Let me make sure I have a token for that. Or something. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's gonna have to be the water weird token. They're both the same size, so that works. So Scylla calls up this water wall.
Yeah.
Sefel, you cast Conjure Elemental. Oh,
Hold
God,
a kitty.
Cat.
I moved my
Sam's-
chair and I think she was right there. Hold on.
That's part of the spell. Scylla kills a cat and a water wall appears.
No!
The ultimate sacrifice. And a water elemental comes out from the water wall, and then as the water kind of falls to the ground, continues to sit there and awaits orders.
I'm not going to name you, because that would make this harder. But know that I am so happy that I called you here, and you will give my friend great strength. I can't look, and I turn away.
All right,
Just charges in.
All right, let's roll for initiative.
Brutal.
Blood and glory, brothers.
Oh boy. Well, I got a nat 20 for the water elemental.
So I got a 6.
Scylla.
I know. Initiative's not really my thing.
Seuss.
I have advantage, which means I don't have disadvantage, which means I rolled a 4.
Jesus. I'm assuming Bronte's getting in on this.
Oh yeah, my boy's all about it.
What did he get?
You got an 11.
An 11. Okay. Nobon got a 13. Sefel, I'm assuming this means you kind of have to stay out, right?
I don't have to.
Okay. You're
No,
just gonna kill your own child.
I just have to admit, I'm going to abstain and see how well they do, but but for the purpose of initiative, in case it goes terribly, I got a 13.
Okay. What's your dex modifier?
+4.
Okay, Nobon is the same, but I'm going to say as the PC, you go first. All right, so it's going to be the water elemental, who does nothing because it hasn't been ordered. It becomes Sephel's turn. Anything happens, Sephel?
Can I don't have any buff spells. No, I'm fucking useless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead.
I like how Sam's chuckle kind of sounded like a you fucking useless.
No. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Susuro.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's fucked. Thanks to the staff, I can just cast that at will.
Can you take
Let's
me
go.
higher?
No, I'm not. Actually, because
Concentration.
if I do that, I break concentration.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. All right. Cool. It's Nobon's turn. Let's see what he's got for spells. He doesn't have that enlarge/reduce, but he does have enhance ability. So he is, where is he? He wouldn't have been that far away, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets right over to Umbernut, and he's going to touch you, and he's going to cast, he's like, he casts enhance ability. Do you want Bull's Strength, Bear's Endurance, Cat's Grace, Eagle Splendor, Fox Cunning, or Owl's Wisdom? Bear's Endurance gives you that temp, strength,
that temp.
Bull Strength. Okay, so Bear's Endurance, you get 2d6 temporary hit points. I'll let you roll for your hit points.
Alrighty. 2d6. Oh, these roll, right? That's a 9. Let's go.
Nice. All right, that is Nobon's turn. It is Bronte's turn.
Bronte like
Scylla's.
shares like an awkward look over at Zeus and then just like walks up to the water elemental and just like he like slowly pulls out a knife and then just stands there, and he's gonna ready an action to attack once someone else is within 5 feet so he gets sneak attack, but he's just standing there like so
The water elemental's just looking at him, just
I'm sorry, sir. I do not speak your Aquan language. However, I am sorry for this.
reaches out a large wet hand and just like pats Bronte on the back.
Thank you for understanding.
All right, Scylla, it's your turn. This is a horrible scene.
This is terrible.
This is taking old Yeller out
so
back.
Wrong.
Yeah, it really is.
Scylla's
Tell me about the rabbits.
Scylla's gonna approach the water elemental and two-handed Caliburn. Her first attack is gonna be a 15 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay. 15 points of slashing.
Okay. Let's see. Yep. All right. Cool. It hurts. It looks back and is like all upset, just like.
Oh man. I believe this is the correct course of action. She's going to attack again. It's a 30 to hit.
Hit, Jesus.
Which is going to be another 15 points of slashing.
Okay, it's still up.
As Scylla has now moved into range, Bronte just like brings the
okay. All right.
And he feels so bad that he rolls a natural 1. He just like he like just pity just like taps it like, oh, I'm sorry.
Do you get advantage for flanking?
We broke it.
I'll give it to you.
The law offices of Walker, Conklin, and Prohl are always open for business.
Let's go.
Roll fucking higher, Andrew.
Yeah, that's a 28, my guy.
Thank God.
Okay, good.
That's absolutely a hit. Poor water elemental.
Yeah, he didn't deserve this.
No, he didn't.
9
But all in the name of
plus-
power for an overpowered party.
That's a total of 25 damage. 25 piercing.
Okay. Cool. Looking about half the size that it was. All right. Scylla, was that the entirety of your turn?
Yes.
When Monte went? Okay. Seuss, you're up.
It's time. Seuss will move the entirety of his 15 feet of movement because he's very eepy still. He will call forth the glorious blade from its scabbard. It shines like the noonday sun. And he's going to make an attack with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I should say, like, bonus action, adroit analysis. Gonna look this guy up and down.
Mhm.
And then that is a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Broken dice. 12, let's see, 19 points of slashing damage.
Oh, putting it through the ringer. It's
my
looking
brother.
very diminutive now.
I'm sorry for your sacrifice, but if my knowledge is correct, you will reform in the elemental plane of water with no lasting damage. Whereas I will become a god. I mean, I will have a cool magic ring. It is very cool, yes.
All right, it is the water elemental's turn. Let me just read over the stat block. Yes. All right. So looking around. yeah, totally. Every creature in the elemental space must make a DC 15 strength saving throw. Now, what does that mean?
I think it's if it's absorbed you.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, let's do that. Roll a d6 for the direction. Oh, it's going into Scylla, or Scylla's going into it. It's fucked up. So with its watery form, it envelops you, moves in over you, and then is going to use Whelm. So make that dexterity 15 saving throw.
All right. Dirty 20.
Okay.
17.
If the saving throw is successful, you are pushed out of the elemental space.
Interesting.
So interesting the way that this works. All right. I guess that's the elemental's turn because that consumes an action to attempt to do that. All right, so continue the slaughter, Sifel.
Does it look...
It looks at you all sad, like, help me.
It looks really fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my child. And
Father,
I'm just going to...
Father, help.
I'm going to reach out my hand and not avert my gaze mechanically, but emotionally.
Emotionally!
I will do as so many fathers have done and dismiss my child. And I will cast a 4th level witch bolt.
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Whoa.
Okay.
And try to put it out of its misery.
Great. Yeah, do that damage.
That's a 12 plus 11 for a 23.
To hit?
Yeah. That's 4d12 damage.
Good. You might do it if you roll high enough.
Okay.
I mean, free XP for you guys too. From this, by the way.
Oh my god, what if you just did this every day?
We could. Math. Hold on. 12, 23, 28 points of lightning damage.
You don't? Oh, wait a minute. Do I gotta check? Is it vulnerable to lightning? It is not vulnerable to lightning. Okay.
Aww.
Bummer. It's basically just a small little puddle, just. But it's not dead yet.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh god.
And then have it make an intelligence saving throw. This is a cantrip.
Is there certain intelligence that this spell will not affect?
Is it that stupid?
Just tell me what the intelligence level needs to be for it to be unaffected.
There is no such distinction. Anything has to make this check.
Okay, because there's some that do. It has an intelligence of 5, so.
Oh, buddy.
Aw.
And I rolled a 5, so that's
Okay.
a 2.
Okay, well, I cast Mind Sliver, so that's another 2d6 damage.
Okay.
Come on, buddy, go to sleep.
This guy has the same standardized test scores as Starcaller.
Okay, 9 points of psychic damage.
And it just into a puddle and is
I just imagine I shoot the lightning bolt thinking it's gonna put it out of its misery, and then it's just like writhing and like twitching and screaming. I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, and I like snap my fingers and just destroy its core of a whatever brain it has.
Wow, that was so much worse than I was expecting.
That was absolutely terrible.
Well, thank you, friends. I will sleep better knowing that I can now divide a battlefield in half, which will only aid our cause. Good night.
Oh, so that was before the rest. Okay. All right. You then rest through the night. You all have a long rest, and
Sefel probably spends at least an hour just like staring at the puddle.
yeah, my child.
What have I done?
What am I? I'm the monster they thought I was.
Who am I become? All right. So, Sefel, as the one that is up the longest amongst your friends, make me a perception check.
A perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 15.
All right. Towards about the 6th or 7th hour mark, you begin to hear off in the distance and you realize you hear the echoing of someone singing.
How nearby does it sound?
Sounds like it's close, but not incredibly close. Like, sounds like it's a little ways off.
Okay. They're just like singing. There's no speech to it necessarily.
It's not close enough for you to pick out individual words.
Okay. Has everybody else... Have we rested enough to get the benefits of the rest?
You're pretty close. You think about another hour and everybody will have that.
Okay. I'm gonna let them continue to rest unless it seems to be getting closer.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna note it.
Sure. You keep listening and time continues to pass. You hear that singing kind of dissipate and eventually kind of come back and then dissipate again, but it doesn't get closer per se. And then eventually you're all waking up and kind of gathering yourselves. What do you guys want to do?
So, as I was up last night, there was something singing down that way. I mean, logic would dictate it might be the populace of the area we're trying to reach. But it didn't seem like a threat in any way.
Were you able to get eyes on it?
No, I didn't want to, well, I didn't know how far it was, and I didn't want to wander too far while we are within this tunnel.
Smart.
DM Will, is there anything that I would, as just like a scholar, know about like stone giants that this would like make sense for? Like, are they a musically inclined culture, or is this kind of something else, perhaps?
I will throwing in your background and how closely you've worked with them in the past. I will say that you don't remember them having any kind of inclination towards song. They're fantastic artists, but not in song. So this is something else.
Okay. From what I know of the giant peoples, I do not think they have any distinct proclivity towards musicality, so we may be looking at another denizen of this area.
If it was an hour ago, it is likely they have left the area entirely.
Well, throughout that hour, it seemed like they circled by a few times. It's possible they might still be nearby.
Should we follow the compass and keep an eye out then?
Ah, a fine idea, Scylla. Let us do just that.
Okay. So you set off, I'm assuming, with Dr. Seuss in the lead, or are you kind of directing Scylla or someone else who's standing out in front?
No, Seuss will take lead. He doesn't
Okay.
mind.
So you begin heading off in the direction, Sefel, you mark it as in the similar direction of where you heard that voice. Everybody go ahead and make perception checks.
Another 15.
19.
12 for Seuss.
Okay. Scylla, you begin to hear it first, and you hear that bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum. And as you're getting closer in the direction that Susuro is telling you, that singing and humming is becoming louder.
She will call everyone to a halt. I hear the music on up ahead.
Do we think we should proceed cautiously, or is it safe enough to just investigate?
I'm inclined to investigate. The music is quite cheery.
Indeed. Perhaps, I am no great shakes at, remaining undetected, especially with this nice new armor we got off your dead friend Arthur. Oh, sorry. So...
It's alright, he already died.
Perhaps, if those who are inclined towards stealth, and he just looks at Bronte, may remain so, while the rest make a more overt approach.
Agreed. Shall I lead us in?
Lead on.
After you, ma'am.
Scylla will stride confidently toward the direction of the singing.
Okay.
And as soon as she sees anything, she will stand and wave and say, "Hello!"
You proceed forward for about 2-3 more minutes, and that singing gets louder and louder, and now it's kind of just jovial humming. And as you turn a corner, you see a many-legged reptile kind of semi-stand up from a sitting position and stretches like that long four-limbed stretch like a cat does. And it kind of does it like it's been sitting there for a while. And its kind of large, bulbous eyes are downcast, like it's staring at the floor, but it turns in your direction and goes, "About time you lot arrived. Come, the library bid me guide you to the gates, and I've waited too long for you already."
You were waiting for us.
Yes, the library told me you would be coming.
Did they? What did they tell you about us?
Can a library speak?
In a manner of speaking, yes, it can. And you see this lizard is continuously looking down. It never looks exactly at you all. All of you make me either nature or arcana checks.
That's an 18 Arcana.
Okay,
It's a 19 nature.
nice.
That's a 7 nature.
Okay. Seuss, you're kind of like peeking around everybody, but Sefel and Scylla, you instantly recognize that this is a basilisk.
Oh. And
But it
is consciously choosing not to make eye contact with us.
Exactly. And it's speaking. And you know that basilisks don't do that.
Yeah, we fought one of Sefel fought one of these things.
Mhm.
No one look at this creature in the eye, as it is deadly.
Oh, I don't mean you any harm. I am very aware of what my eyes can do. But I will show you to the library if you will come.
Well, that does simplify things.
We will follow you.
Thank you. And it kind of bows his head and begins to hum as it turns from this kind of weird intersection that you guys had found it in, and just begins to lead you on. And eventually, you guys come out of this large cavern to see a number of other holes, beholding these some of these tunnels are like depositing water into these pools, and you see before you a pair of massive basalt doors in this beautifully interlocked carved pattern, and on either side of these doors are these large stone giant statues. They are bare chested except for like a rod like necklace. You see that they hold scrolls of some sort in their hand. And then they have these belts and robes that kind of flow over the lower half of them. There are massive steps that lead up 20 feet to the base of these doors, with a smaller size set of stairs in the middle for smaller individuals. On either side of this staircase are these large braziers that come to light as you begin to approach. And this basilisk turns back to you all and goes, "Welcome to Grimhollow. Please proceed indoors. You will find comfort, knowledge, and guidance during your stay."
All right.
No, thank you.
Susuro, would you like to lead us in?
It would be my pleasure. Onward and upward, my friends. And he'll hobble on up.
You head up the staircase, and as you draw up to these large basalt doors, you see the faces of these stone giant statues slowly turn and watch you as you come to the front doors. And as you push on the doors, they begin to sweep open. And as you begin walking across the threshold of Grimhollow, it's like stepping into another realm. The oppressive gloom of the Underdark is replaced by light and a sense of openness that perhaps brings back memories of the surface world to those of you that have seen it. The corridor beyond the gates is wide enough for 10 people to walk side by side, and the ceiling's height reminds you of the greater halls of like the Kingdom of Ember. The corridors opens up into, as you're like walking along this corridor, into a central well and you see walkways crisscrossing the spans of this well in opposite directions. Almost think like winding staircase, Harry Potter style, but you just look down and you see this dropping below you into this large hole. You can barely see the ends of the levels to your right and left, but you see that there are doors opening up into an incredible amount of rooms that you doubt you could explore in a single day. The ceiling is bright with rainbows trapped in hundreds of crystal formations combining to create a warm and inviting illumination. Looking down is a bit dizzying, as you see the staircases connect to the different levels below, and you lose count of just how far and how many below you. All of a sudden, as you pass one of these walkways that connects to the central one you're on, a stout, rocky creature detaches from the perfectly smooth wall to your left, leaving an imprint of its round body in the wall that quickly smooths out and then fades from sight. But this rocky creature, travels up to you and goes, "Travelers, I am home. The masters are occupied. There are rooms for all of you. Choose your own. The resources of Grimhollow are at your disposal. You need only ask." And we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, man.
Man, we've all felt it. The feeling that these characters must be feeling right now. The wonder of wrapping yourself into a new story. Much like the Madness Table, a wonder you could extend to a friend, acquaintance, or enemy by recommending this podcast to them, or by hopping on and reviewing our humble pod so that other folks can stumble upon it, maybe just like you did. And if you're having a good old time, well, check us out on our social media accounts or join the discussion over at our Discord. And if that's not quite enough, hop on down to our coffee page. It's a lot like Patreon, but spelled more difficultly. Anyway, we sure do have a good time here at the Madness Table, and we hope you are going a little mad with us. You maddie baddies. We'll see you next time.